Hey everybody, welcome back. You're looking at Tom's L-head engine here. This one's getting shipped back just like you see it here. He's going to handle the painting and put all the accessories on it. This was kind of a pain to rebuild this one. This one I thought was going to start out real easy. Tom had sent it to me completely disassembled, which was nice. A bunch of new old stock parts there. But as I started boring it, I realized I needed to sleeve it. So we went through the process of sleeving this, and everything went pretty standard from there. 3-angle valve job, vacuumed all the valves down for you, Tom. Everything's holding vacuum. 2,000s clearance on your main bearings, between 1 and 1.5 thousandths clearance on your connecting rods. You've got 5 thousandths of crank end play. This one fell right into specs once the sleeving was done. We've got all your new old stock parts in there. Timing gears, tappets, valves, you name it. Everything you sent me is in there. The head is torqued down. You've got your 3 long bolts for your oil filter. The stud you sent me seem a little bit long. I don't know, maybe you'll change. Maybe you'll cut them or something after you put your oil canister on there. I'm not really sure why they're so long. But everything is sealed and is in there. I'm going to get this guy wrapped up and boxed up for you. Got this F-head just about finished. A few more details to go on that guy, and you'll see this one getting started very soon. And let's take a walk over this way. Scott's wheels again. I was able to get Jonathan's military rims painted. Tires are mounted. Tubes and flaps, everything's in there. And they're looking good. That's that later 319 olive drab on those wheels. So I've got all those guys done. And there's a spare. It's kind of crusty, but that's just a spare. So, making progress. We'll take a walk out into the paint booth next, and I'll show you what I got going on in there. Okay, Scott, I finally have your scrambler frame finished up for you. And it's hanging here in the paint booth. I've got to epoxy prime a lot of parts on it. All the new stuff I put on. That's all. Got to get some epoxy primer. But it's hanging. A lot of rot in that area. Same thing in this area. That's all patched in like new. I've got good threads. Oh, where is it? Right here, where the spring hangers go. I was able to sneak the threads in there. Hard to see, but I've got nuts welded to heavy plates in there, so those will never go bad again. The mounts are solid. Same thing up front. When this was open, I put the mounts in here, and this one, there's 3 because it's got to catch the steering box, and the last owner drilled holes here because everything was a mess, but those are all plugged up and ready to go. So we'll get some epoxy primer on the whole thing again, and then get some nice gloss black on there, and you will be rolling in no time. So very happy the way it turned out. Very solid. I'm not concerned about any of the strength or any kind of issues at all with this. It came in real nice. I think you'll be very happy with it. So, just got to clear out some parts I've been working on. A couple tailgates, some emergency brake stuff. But we'll get cleaned up in the paint booth and get squirting some paint on that guy. Coming along good, Scott. Be rolling in no time. Okay, guys. Moving along on engines, I have Steve's MB in position next to be rebuilt. I got all the parts gathered up I think I need, and we're going to get building Steve's MB engine next. And Steve, if you're watching, I will talk to you about this and see exactly what you want. But making progress on engines, and now that the Fab Shop frame table is free, I am bringing in a new frame, and we'll take a look at that next. Okay guys, been a long time. I think I showed you these frame rails, I don't know, it seems like a couple of years ago now. These are mandrel bent frame rails, extended length, for the CJ3B Welder Jeep. I got a bunch of parts already made, you know, body mounts. You've seen me make these before. These are the kind I like to use. I've got some spring hangers. I've got some springs for it. Now that the bench is empty, it's been a long time, and I gotta get this frame built. So this one's getting the Cummins 4BT motor with the SM 465 Dana 18 PTO for the welder. I've got a PTO for the front winch. So there's a lot going on with this Jeep, but we're trying to make this a productive summer. Maria's home for the summer, and she is helping out in the shop now, and we are trying to get everything rolling. I'm trying to get some vehicles moved out of the shop, and we are gonna do a quick I guess you'd call it a barn. We're gonna try and get a barn up this summer, a 20 Jeep barn, something we can put 20 Jeeps in. It's gonna be pretty long, and it's just gonna be a little shed roof on that. But anybody's interested in that, I'll show that along the way. But for now, we're just gonna try and get these frame rails apart, get them set up on the bench, and we'll get working on this one as time allows. Okay guys, long time ago, if you're a viewer of my channel, you probably saw me build this rear cross member. It's got a receiver hitch in it. It's braced, it's got some chain retainers there. And that's going to be the very back end, you know, right up there. And we'll have some bracing in there and stuff. Like I said, it's going to be a complete custom frame. Quite a bit longer. It's a couple feet longer than a 3B should be, because I want plenty of room to get all the welding accessories in there. And like I say, we're trying to get a lot done this summer. At least get the axles under this guy, get the 4BT in there, transmission mount, and get this thing running and rolling, so we could drive it into the new building. But I'll show you what else we got going on. We got a ton of stuff going on out here, projects like crazy, but I got to get a little bit of stuff done in the house too. It's been a long time coming, and I'll show you what we're working on in the house. Hey guys, on our way into the house to show you what's going on there and to give you an update. Number one of the new fleet is running and driving okay. This one I haven't done anything with. And that guy, you know, on the last video I was trying to sell that, and a bunch of guys just wanted the PTO and didn't want the Jeep. See the weeds coming up through it. But this one, I guess I'll just do it myself, because like I say, it's got a real nice frame and running gear is real nice. Original chain drive motor in there, early Jeep. Just get that two-way going and give it a spot in our new 20 car unit. So sad that nobody's really doing anything with these things anymore, but I'm just going to tear into that when as time allows as well. Another engine needs to be rebuilt there, and I got two more down there. So things are happening. Like I say, a lot to do this summer, but we're getting there. Okay guys, just going to walk you into the kitchen, and like I say, I don't recommend to anybody to buy an 1800s farmhouse and think you're going to get somewhere. Okay, so this is the original kitchen. Tearing it out. For the time being, we're using these Harbor Freight Yukon toolboxes for silverware and whatnot, and dishes and everything, because they roll around. I have pulled the floor out, and when I did the roof, I put these large oak beams that we sawed off the property through as collar ties, and just some good looking stuff. Threw some skylights in. You see I got this insulation in that I always use. Just finished wiring. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, spin around here, 5 doors in the kitchen. So a lot of 4-way switches, a lot of 3-way switches, a lot of stuff going on in the kitchen, but I have finally finished wiring it. And when I'm not making videos in the shop, it's because I have a cabinet building job for this whole kitchen. So I've got to get all the cabinets built, and I've got to get the floor done, and I've got to get the stove out. We got patio furniture for chairs. There goes another toolbox over there. There's a third one right there. They work fantastic as kitchen cabinets. So there's a lot going on, like I say. So if I'm not in the shop, don't worry. Still making things happen. I'm still doing 4 days in the shop and 3 days in the house, trying to get a handle on things. So it's about all I have for you today. Just wanted to bring you up to date and let you know that I'm not abandoning you guys. If you guys have said, how come there's no videos coming? There's just so much going on. I only make them when I can. So thanks for watching. I will bring you updates on everything, and people's projects are getting worked on, but I'm one guy. Maria's helping now, so we're gonna get some stuff done. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.